Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today, wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XRP. I'm going to start with this. Ripple expands into UAE. Payments provider will use XRP. It was a great discussion on how Ripple could be a great enabler for money transfer entities to scale up for affordable cross-border payments, instant settlement, and continuous liquidity access with their on-demand liquidity using the XRP platform. We are excited to collaborate with you. This is coming from the Joya Lucas Exchange. It's part of the Joya Lucas Group, a multi-billion-dollar global conglomerate and a world-renowned brand in jewelry trading. Now, this shows how a company can utilize XRP and that on-demand liquidity. It's not just for banks. We're going to see a lot of companies come on board as well. Just in, XRP surpasses a $20 billion market cap. And of course, the price went up a little bit today. It's nice to see that happen once in a while because that sideways all the time is horrible to even look at. That's why I always tell you, don't look at the charts for XRP. Watch the DXY because when the US dollar falls in value, XRP and the rest of the crypto space will rise as well as the stock market. XRP bets made by investors for the first time since the start of the year. According to CoinShares' latest report on funds flows in cryptocurrency-oriented investment products, XRP ended last week with inflows of $300,000. This was thus the first time since the beginning of the year that XRP-oriented products have attracted funds from investors. We're going to see that happen as well. We're going to see more whales moving around XRP, especially right now because we have ISO going live, and a lot of these people also believe that Ripple's about to win that lawsuit as well. Ripple ramps up hiring as utility becomes top priority. Fintech behemoth Ripple says it's looking for talented engineers to help shape the future that is coming in the rapid evolving crypto industry. As seen on Ripple's careers website, Ripple is currently filling 77 positions, which range from customer success, design, engineering, finance, legal, and others. Now, whenever anybody else is laying people off and everything looks very grim, Ripple still continues pushing forward. More and more partnerships, more money flowing into Ripple, into XRP, and non-stop hiring all through the year of 2022. That's how you know your investment was probably one of the best investments you're ever going to make in your lifetime. Because I believe at some point, XRP is going to skyrocket in price. It's just a matter of when this judge makes a decision. Ripple's battle with the SEC continues. Judge Netburn says the SEC does not have a faithful allegiance to the law. Now, John Deaton, the founder of Crypto Law US, recently shared a tweet highlighting the words of federal Judge Netburn. According to the details shared by Deaton, Judge Netburn slammed lawyers of the SEC that stated the conduct and behavior of the SEC's lawyers. The judge also spoke about Hinman and how he obtained legal advice from the SEC counsel in drafting his speech. He highlighted that it's an indication that the SEC is not playing the game in a legal manner. The judge stated that instead of faithfully upholding the law, the SEC is allegedly adapting its litigation positions to further its goals and shake down the entire crypto space. That's exactly what Gary's doing right now. And crypto is in chaos because we have no regulations in place. None of these companies know which way to turn. This judge hopefully rules in favor of Ripple. I know a lot of people feel that she's going to end up being corrupt in the end. I'm not seeing it yet. SEC Gov settles on security claim in LBRY case, hopefully paving the way for a good outcome for XRP. And we see here, another user suggested the recent ruling could force a settlement in the Ripple lawsuit and said that's going to kill the SEC court case against XRP. Could this force a settlement? Others lauded Deaton for his continuous work to fight against the SEC's overreach as he is actively involved in the Ripple lawsuit. Now, I don't know if the LBRY outcome is going to affect XRP and Ripple getting a settlement, I still believe it's going to come down to those Hinman emails. But again, this looks very good for XRP holders, and it looks good for Ripple in court. Kraken and Custodia Bank CEO says regulators ignored their warnings about scams and fraud. And again, I believe a lot of people are coming forward, pointing things out to the SEC, and all of a sudden they end up wrapped up in a lawsuit or they get charges filed against them. In a Twitter thread, Custodia Bank founder and CEO Caitlin Long said that she provided evidence to law enforcement about a crypto crime months before the company collapsed and left millions of customers in the lurch. I handed over evidence to law enforcement of probable crimes committed by a big crypto fraud, starting months before the company imploded and stuck its millions of customers with losses. She also added that she warned banking regulators of impending risk of bank runs at banks servicing the crypto industry before the actual bank runs took place. She was warning them, getting in front of it. But Long believes that her warnings were buried in the bowels of bureaucracy. And I believe that's what's going on at the SEC as well. Some of these companies are coming forward, being fully transparent and being pushed aside or hit with a lawsuit, while other companies are coming in, being totally shady and getting free passes, such as Ethereum. In other words, this bill requires U.S. persons publishing and running certain types of software, whether as a business or merely a hobby, to set up an AML program according to standards generally applied to, among other things, banks. Now, Elizabeth Warren, in my opinion, needs to get taken away from crypto. Somebody needs to come in and say, you're not handling crypto, period. Because all she's looking at is making sure taxpayers are paying their fair share, and she's always pointing at crypto as it's an evil criminal entity. In other words, you always hear her talk about crypto. She ties it to money laundering and drug dealing. And that's it. She doesn't look beyond that. She doesn't look at XRP as a technology of the future, how it's going to bail the U.S. out at some point as well. And she does not care about retail investors. She always says she's out there fighting for the little guy, but not really. She's looking out for the big banks. We indicated a dark web drug trafficking ring that allegedly shipped more than 10,000 packages of illicit drugs across the U.S. and trafficked 7.2 million using cryptocurrency exchanges. Now, as long as this kind of stuff still makes headlines, crypto is always going to be held back because politicians will use this kind of information to their advantage, like we see what's happening with Elizabeth Warren. They're still playing the FTX card. Keep that in mind. That's why it's right now, it's so important for Ripple to win that case. So this way, innovation can push forward and the crypto industry can push forward. The SEC has lost 4 of its last 5 cases in the Supreme Court, thanks to the few that had the courage and resources to fight back against the SEC's bullying and clinging to stretched legal positions that were not faithful to the law. That's coming from Stuart Alderoty. So it looks good if this case does get pushed into the Supreme Court, which I still don't believe it's going to get there. I really think this judge is going to rule in favor of Ripple. Have you caught onto the trend yet? These two companies move money, and other companies build on them. Ripple and Stellar are partnered with Neum. And this is what I'm talking about. You see how they're both partnered with certain companies. I'm telling you, XRP and XLM are going to move money side by side in the future. And it's a massive network that's just getting built out now. But Ripple and XRP and Stellar and XLM are key players almost every single time. Later, XDC is going to come to the table once trade goes digital. We are early yet, and I stress that all the time because you get to see this get built out. You're not going to be touching these cryptocurrencies at these prices in the future either. For years, there have been whispers that XRP was created to prevent World War III. Now we're being told we're on the precipice of exactly that, while our media is rife with distractions and fear-mongering. And this sham of a lawsuit between Ripple and the SEC is scheduled to end in the coming months. Coincidence? I think not. Welcome to the fourth industrial revolution. Buckle your seatbelts, fellow visionaries. I thought that was great, and I wanted to share it with all of you. You know, it was always talked about that XRP was created to end World War III, if it was to happen. And now it seems more likely of that, only because I feel once this current financial system falls, things are going to get very bleak for a short period of time. Then all of a sudden, XRP is going to come in and solve all those massive liquidity problems that are going to be going on in the world. That's what I always envisioned for XRP. But again, we are in the fourth industrial revolution. So if you invest in the right way right now, you are going to become a legend in the future. What I mean by that is you're going to be one of those people that made a massive amount of money in a time when nobody could see what you seen coming. And like I always told you, I feel we were chosen somehow to hold XRP. ISO 222 is coming, and this time for real. The Governing Council today gave the green light for ISO 222 migration at Target 2. And with that, uncertainties for the MT-MX transition at SWIFT CBPR Plus should also be cleared up. And we see here, so everything got green lighted for the 20th of March, it looks like. Again, people said it's going to get delayed, but now the green light is here. So I believe on that day, we might get our first glimpse at the price of cryptos, certain cryptos, ISO coins, see how they react to ISO going live. But again, they talk about that Big Bang movement, Big Bang migration around ISO. A lot of people still believe that's the flip of the switch moment. We'll have to wait and see what happens. I'm more focused on this case wrapping up before the same time that ISO goes live. If that happens both simultaneously, I could almost tell you right now, XRP is not just going to stop at $10. I believe it'll go past that. You're going to have bank money coming in. There's going to be so much going on around XRP, and it's going to look like a really, really good time for anyone holding that cryptocurrency. But with that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you watching my videos. We'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.